Right, welcome to today's video blog. Bit of a funny day today. I thought I had a day off, so it was going to be spending the morning with the missus and the youngest, while the other two are at school, sorting a few bits out at home, and then the afternoon was going to be fishing. I didn't really know what I was going to do, but I knew I was going to be fishing. But plans scuppered a little bit because I've got a booking at work that I completely forgot about. So I've just shot into work. I'm going to do a couple of small tattoos, and then I am going fishing. Don't really know, still completely unsure of where I'm going to go. There is a little place that I've just remembered recently that I found with a friend of mine probably 7 or 8 years ago. It's a tiny little pond in the middle of a country park, and we scoped it out a few years ago for one thing or another, and to our complete shock and surprise there was some carp in there. Now these carp have almost 100% never been fished for, never seen you know, a hook or an angler or of any description. So I think I'm going to take a wander over there and just have a look. It might be completely fruitless. As I say, this was 7 or 8 years ago. Anything could have happened in that time. They could have all died, they could have been caught and moved somewhere else, who knows. But I'm going to go and have a look because it's interesting and it's something a little bit different. And then that isn't going to take very long because it's very small. It's probably less than half an acre, quarter of an acre, if that, if my memory serves correctly. It might even be smaller. And then from there I'm undecided. There's a nice day ticket complex that's really good for surface fishing, that's not too far from there. I might shoot over there for sort of the evening and try and catch 1 or 2 better sized fish off the surface. So yeah, that's how the day's going to go. I've just got to work, like I said. I've got 15 minutes to my appointment, so I'm going to do those 2 little appointments and then I'll be off. I've got to work and realise I've left my chest mount for my GoPro at home, so that'll have to be a little detour once I finish here. But yeah, so I'll keep you in the loop and sort of see where the day takes us. Right, well that's work done. Just chucked my work gear in the car. I think next port of call is tackle shop, because there's a few bits I need to pick up that I haven't got, and then a couple of loaves of bread, and then we'll be on our way. It is due to rain at some point this afternoon, and there's some pretty ominous looking clouds over there. Hopefully by the time we've done all we need to do and got to lake, they would have passed. I say lake, this thing's a pond. There might not even be any fish left in it anymore, but it's worth going to have a look. If it is a complete washout, we've got backup plans. So hopefully at some point today we'll get onto some fish, and we'll be able to get something in front of the camera. Well, there's definitely a lesson to be learnt here. I'm currently sitting in, well, a load of traffic. I thought I knew better than the sat-nav that was taking me a different way, and there was a reason it took me what seemed like the obscure way, and it's because this way is completely chocked up with traffic. So let's put us back a little bit. I've already had one setback. My GoPro chest mount that I said I thought was at home, in fact wasn't where I thought it was, so I don't know where that is. But another 30 minutes and £23 later and I've got another one. Got nipped into Argos to pick one up on the way. So again, that's put me back. Day's not exactly going to plan so far, but sometimes it's days like this where you feel like it's all been put there to test you, come off well, and you get some good fishing. So who knows, right? But I'll update you once we get to where we're going, but at the moment I'll give you a quick look. We're not going anywhere quickly. Well, I've just got to where we need to be. It's quite unfortunate actually, because you used to be able to drive right the way down, but there's a gate blocking the way now. It's all locked up. I've had to park somewhere that's potentially a little bit dodgy, so I could come back to a ticket or a clamp on my car, but we're not going to be gone long, so we'll have a quick drive down and see how it looks. Walk down I should say, see how it looks, and if it isn't looking good we'll swiftly make our way somewhere else. But we'll head down and have a look, and then we'll sort of play it from there. Well, I don't know if you can see that. The blue dot is obviously me, and the little marker is where I want to be. So I've got to cross over these dikes in a second and get on the other side. As I say. Bull and cows with calves grazing. Okay, please enjoy the sight of the cattle. Remember, they are not pets. Yeah, I would agree with that. I don't really want to have a tangle with a bull or grazing cows with calves. So be a little bit vigilant. For me, that's all part of it. It's all part of the charm of fishing. You know, it's out in the countryside, away from everything. The only worries I've got to be stampeded by a herd of cows and a bull. Right, well, you might not be able to see it. Amongst those reeds somewhere is a pond. This was one of the worries I had. The last time I came here, it was winter, and all this was dead. And you could get to quite a lot of the water. Might be a slightly different story now. Gosh, you can really smell the silt. There was a bank around this side. It was a bit, even in the winter, was more accessible than the others. So I'm going to wander around and see if I can find it. At the moment, there's about 20 yards of reeds between me and the water. And I don't fancy wading through them. We'll wander around this side, see if we can actually get anywhere near the water and have a look. Now, this was the most accessible spot, and I can actually see the water at least here. But it's still a good 5 to 10 yards of reeds between me and it. I've not bought a spare pair of clothes, so I don't really fancy walking through it. Very frustrating. Well, I can at least chuck some bread over the top, and if I do start seeing or hearing carp, then I'll reassess the situation, how much I want to get in there. Yeah, let's give it a go. I've chucked that bread over and there's carp hitting it already. What do I do? I need waders. I've got waders in the car. Why didn't I bring them? How frustrating. Oh, one of them looks like a good fish as well. I'm going to try and lift the GoPro up so you can see it. What do I do? Right, I think it's game on. I've managed to clear quite a lot of the reeds, a path to the pond. It's a little bit more, so I think what I'm going to have to do is just shoes and socks off, go in my feet, and let them dry out a bit. But I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'll turn the camera around. Through that little gap there is where I want to get to. So shallow. I wish I'd bought even wellies, like anything. I wouldn't have got wet feet. I'm going to try and clear that now. I'm using my landing net handle to sort of push it all down, and then we'll see if we can get closer. Right, well, this really is jungle warfare. I'm up to my shins in water. I've seen a carp, a good one, a few times now, but it's just sort of drifting in and drifting out, taking your bit of bread. There's a lot of silvers. I think the silvers are keeping it off. So I'm just sort of, I've got a lump of bread on the hook and just waiting for an opportunity to put it in front of it. I don't want to make too many casts because it's so tiny. I think if I mess this up, that's the only shot I'll get at it. I won't get two goes at this. I'm just looking for any signs of the fish. Like, there might only be one carp in here. I don't know. I've got no idea. I'll just and just sort of perched like a heron in the margin, waiting for an opportunity, trying to keep fairly still, fairly crouched down, just wait to see it. I've literally just now had a carp come up and nose my bread. Didn't take it right in, just sort of looked at it, nudged it with its nose and decided it didn't want it for whatever reason. I'm absolutely gutted. I did say I might only get one shot at this, and that might well have been it. Well, I did say there was cows in this field, and as you can see, I mean, I'm on zoom on the camera, but they're pretty close now. They won't bother me, I'm sure, but I'll just give them a wide berth because they've got calves, you never know, and it might not like the look at me. They're probably not very used to seeing people over here, so I'll leave them to it, leave this pond alone for now, and come back and have another look another day. Right, if I look a bit hot and flustered, it's for good reason. Last time you saw me, I was just about to leave the pond and head over to Chigborough Lakes for an evening's floater fishing. Nice and leisurely and relaxed. You might have also heard me earlier in the video joking about the cows that were in that field and how I didn't think they was really going to bother me, and I wasn't really worried about it. I was wrong not to be worried, because as soon as I started moving away, they started following. The quicker I walked, the quicker they followed. Initially, I thought they was just sort of curious, just checking out what I was doing, until I realised they were with calves and they were being defensive and aggressive. So I had to run. Now, running, being chased by 20 odd cows, one of them being a great big bastard bull, is not one of the nicest experiences of my life. In fact, I'd say it's one of the scariest experiences of my life. I was sort of occasionally, I had about 50 to 80 yards to run to clear the fence, and occasionally I was sort of looking over my shoulder, seeing how close they were getting, and one of the times I looked over my shoulder, I obviously didn't see a great big hole in front of me, and I fell. When I fell, I've obviously landed on the rod I was carrying and snapped the reel handle off, so I'm now, at the moment, I'm reelless. So if I want to keep on fishing, I've got to go to a tackle shop, which is luckily just around the corner, and get a new reel, because I've got nothing else on me. So yeah, day's not going great so far. No fish, chased by a herd of cows for about 5 miles walking, some of it running apparently. Yeah, but I'm not going to let it put me off. I still think there's fish to be caught today, and like I said this morning, you feel like these things are put in front of you to test you, and maybe that's true. So I'm going to take that as a sign that I've been thoroughly tested today, and I should get my just desserts pretty soon. So right, I'm going to try and catch the tackle shop, get something to eat, because I haven't eaten all day, and then go over to Chigborough. Right, well, eventually got to Chigborough. It's a bit later than I wanted to be. It's nearly 6 o'clock now. I've just walked up to the lake, and the first thing I've seen is a few backs out of the water, right in this quiet corner where nobody seems to be. So I'm going to flick a few mixes out here. There's a lot of birds around. If I can get them taken quickly, I might nick one. If not, I'll have to try and find a quieter corner with less birds. Right, well, there's a few fish I found in the corner when I first got here, in literally the very first swim. They're still there, but being that I'm fishing on the surface, they're virtually impossible to fish for because there's a horde of geese, a load of seagulls diving on the baits. I just couldn't present anything. I might have another look. Oh, that's a nice fish. Yeah, that is a nice fish. Let's see if you can see this. I don't know if you can see it. It's a nice fish. There it is. Just moving on the edge of that weed there. Just its back coming out. Right, I'm going to flick a few mixers out on him. Oh, there's another one coming through. Another big fish. Both good 20s. Easy. Right. For the time being, I'm going to put the camera down, see if I can get these fish taking mixers. Well, those two fish I saw moved off pretty quickly. I didn't like the mixers going in, I don't think. Need to find a bigger group of them really, so they're a little bit less wary. You're finding the odd ones or twos is all well and good, but I need to find a big group and get them feeding confidently, and I've got more chance of catching them. Oh, doesn't this swim look great though? I'm going to show you the swim. Look at that. That water, you can't see it on here, but it's absolutely tap water clear. Unbelievable. Lovely bits of weed up on the surface. Oh, there's fish out of the middle there. Right, oh, there's quite a few fish here. Alright, I'm going to have a little look here, I think, ping some mixers out. Just see if I can get a couple taking. If I can just get a couple taking, I've got half a chance. I really ain't got long before it gets dark. Oh, there's a good few fish out there. Right, once again, camera's going down, and I'll see if I can get these fish feeding. Well, I really have worked hard today. I've walked this lake, well, this complex of lakes 2 or 3 times now. Really struggled to find any big groups of fish. I have finally found some here, but I've really not got long left. I'm going to have a little go for them. I've probably got an hour and a half of daylight, which you can probably see. It's getting quite dark. I'm going to give it a go. I'm not holding up a lot of confidence though. To be honest, after the day I've had, I feel broken.
Was I when I let you collide the cold air inside your bones? Where was I when I let you decide you couldn't stand to be here?
Right, it's been really hard going today. Everything's been against me. You've seen everything that's happened up to now. Struggling on that little pond this morning, getting chased by cows, breaking my reel, traffic on the way here. I've struggled with bird life here really badly. Any baits I'm getting putting out are getting mullered, which is why I've done a lot of filming. I've been trying to concentrate on fishing and getting fish on the bait, and I've finally, after doing a lot of walking and a lot of feeding, I've managed to get one. It's only probably a mid-double, well spawned out, maybe 14-15 pound. Get a quick look at this. There we go. Well chuffed with that. After such a hard day. Not the biggest fish in the lake by a long stretch, but for me, I'm well pleased. We're going to get it back. If I had time and it wasn't so close to being dark, I'd probably get another one, because I found quite a large group of fish now. But it's getting dark. I'm near enough out of bait. I am broken after today. Done a lot of walking around this place trying to find a fish, and I've worked really hard and I am knackered. So I'm going to call it a day now, I think. I'm going to put this fish back and then we'll make our way back to the car. Right, well, it really has been one of those days today. Every sort of thing that could go wrong has gone wrong. Starting at the little pond this morning, positively I found some fish, so I know there's fish in there, so it's definitely worth going back to have a look at that another time. Following on from that, I got chased by cows, so that wasn't good, therefore breaking my reel handle, so I had to buy a new reel. Then got caught in traffic trying to come here, which pretty much doubled the journey time, which wasn't good. And I found out on the way here that there's something wrong with my GoPro batteries, like 3 different batteries, and none of them are holding a charge, so that's not good, and I've got to look into that while that's happening. Then when I got here, I really struggled to find a fish. There's a lot of fish in these lakes. There's sort of 4 or maybe 5 lakes here, and I walked all of them numerous times and really struggled. Granted, the weather conditions weren't perfect for floater fishing today, but it wasn't too bad. It was warm, at least. It wasn't cold, but it was a bit overcast. So maybe that was why. But, you know, I eventually found a group of fish. Managed to get some bait into them by avoiding the wildlife, the birds and everything else, and I caught one. So I'm going to sort of chalk that up for a win, you know, a bit of a weak win maybe, but with the conditions and the situations I've been put through today, I think I deserve a win. Yeah, so next video was due to be this Thames Estuary boat competition, which was meant to be this Thursday, but weather forecast is looking pretty ropey. It doesn't look like it's going to go ahead. Very windy, and from the north, which isn't a good direction for it to come from around our way, so that's more than likely going to be cancelled. If it is, well, we did actually book 2 days on the boat, so the weather on a Friday looks a lot better. So if we can get away with just doing 1 day, we will, and well, I assume we will, and hopefully we'll get out on at least one of those days. But if not, I don't really know what I've got planned next. It'll be next week now. I do want to get over the rivers and have a little look. It is still a bit early in the season for me. I like to let it quiet down a little bit, let everyone have their early season thing, and then I'll jump in when it goes a bit quieter. But I want to have a look, so I'll probably go and have a look within the next couple of weeks. Yeah, but if you want to sort of keep in contact with what I'm doing, keep up to date, hit the subscribe button, and you'll get the notifications as and when I upload new videos. So I'm going to sign this off now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
To be